Chancellor Friedrich Merz voiced support for a 30-day ceasefire in Ukraine proposed by the U.S. President Donald Trump, echoing Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's recent openness to a temporary halt in fighting. Speaking in Brussels on Friday during his first official visit as Chancellor, Merz urged Russia to engage in sincere peace talks and warned of tougher sanctions if Moscow fails to act.
I spoke with the American president on the phone last night. He informed me about his plan for a 30-day ceasefire. I expressed my support, stating that we also consider this to be the right decision from the perspective of the German federal government.
Merz's stance aligns with Zelensky's recent remarks, where the Ukrainian leader suggested a 30-day ceasefire could create space for substantive negotiations, provided Russia commits to de-escalation and respects Ukraine's sovereignty. Zelensky has repeatedly emphasized that any pause must not compromise Ukraine's territorial integrity, a sentiment Merz reinforced by pressing Russia to negotiate in good faith. The ceasefire proposal, initiated by Trump, has sparked cautious hope in Kyiv. Zelensky has described it as a potential test of Russia's willingness to pursue meaningful dialogue, while intensifying diplomatic efforts to bolster international support for Ukraine's defense and economic resilience amid Russia's ongoing aggression. Merz also addressed U.S. trade tensions, noting his discussion with Trump covered the president's tariff policies. He praised Trump's recent trade deal with the United Kingdom, but stressed the European Union's commitment to a unified trade policy, rejecting bilateral agreements with individual EU nations.
Regarding the tariffs, first of all, I congratulated the American president on the agreement he just reached with the United Kingdom yesterday. That is a good path. However, I also explained to him that this cannot be done with other individual European countries that are members of the European Union, because we can only act jointly in trade policy and want to. I had the impression that he accepted this and that it is also his view that he can only do this together with us.
Merz advocated de-escalating the tariff dispute, proposing a down-to-zero approach for all tariffs and announcing plans to visit Washington to further discussions. He highlighted growing U.S. recognition of the economic drawbacks of high tariffs, suggesting room for compromise.
I told him that from my point of view, it is not a good idea to escalate this tariff dispute. The best solution would be down to zero for everything and everyone. He invited me to come to Washington, and we will talk about this issue with each other in the near future.
Merz's Brussels visit, where he met Costa and European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, underscored Germany's proactive role in strengthening EU unity on security and trade. As Ukraine's conflict with Russia nears a pivotal moment, Merz's alignment with Zelensky's cautious support for a ceasefire and his push for cohesive EU trade policies signal robust German leadership in addressing transatlantic and regional challenges.